Okay, so let's have a quick conversation about this here. So this was a young lady that entered my comment section, right? So this video, if you guys go back and want to watch it, is a response I did to Click Clack. And he made the point that, hey, men are socialized to be players. And because men are socialized to be players, they aren't taking accountability when children result from the behavior of them being players. And so I laid out why those two ideas, women having unplanned pregnancies with men who are players, is not a smart argument to make. But we're not going to go through that, okay? If you want to hear that, then stop by the video. It's on my backup page, basically Black Jesus 2. And, but the comment section, okay, so Wine Water Coffee hops in. She says, that's why I only deal with sugar daddies. So I responded to her by saying, so you sell sex. You have no shame in admitting that. What is a woman who sells access to her body? She responds by saying, well, she's smart. She's smart. And then so I say, it's your choice to do whatever it is you want, but we both know what the right answer is. You're a hoe, right? If you sell sex to your body, you're a prostitute. This is why men call women delusional, because if you do a hoe's behavior, but you don't want to be identified as a hoe, right? Just make sure when you get older and the ability to sell yourself disappears, you don't turn around and blame men for what you did with your youth and beauty. Mother Nature gives you ladies all your gifts, and Father Time takes them away. The wall is undefeated. Good luck out here, sis. So then this brother hops in and he's like, man, you being too nice to her. You should just call her a hoe, right? He's like, they would ban me because I don't give a shit. So then she responds with this. Check this out. She says, getting cars and deeds to a home with my youth and beauty is a blessing. Then being a beneficiary when he dies. Nice try. When the wall comes, I'll be good. She also says, smart women don't give it up for fake feelings and lies, things like love, right? Don't hate the game. Shame is just something taught to women to lower their worth. So your higher value in her mind, if you leverage sex and emotion and pretending to love somebody so you can gain access to their resources. So I responded by saying to her, so you don't believe in love and real human connection between men and women. You leverage love as a weapon for resources. I understand. Beautiful women use rich men and rich men use beautiful women. It doesn't have to be that way, but that's on you. You weaponize human emotion to leverage resources from men by trying to convince them to care about you. Using love and human emotion as a weapon is far worse than selling your body for money. Doing it with a complete lack of shame is demonic. You see, your ideas only work if men don't know what you are. But if people could see you for your truth, then you would have nothing and be nothing. So, if the only way you can have value as a person is to lie about your value as a person by pretending to be a person with feelings, then I pity you. What does it do a person to gain the riches of the world at the cost of their soul? I guess you'll find out before me. Think about it. It is logical to pity any person who cares about you because you weaponize emotion to leverage resources from people. That means it is logical and reasonable to feel sorry for anyone who cares about you. Women like you have children to leverage their lives for resources, right? You use children to try to get money out of people too. Women with this mindset. I don't know what happened to you or who got a hold of you to make you come to this conclusion about relationships and human emotion, but I hope you go to therapy so you can get the help you need instead of spreading the misery of your company to unsuspecting victims. I don't think you and I have anything else to talk about. Good luck with all that stuff you're getting for the price of your soul. So this here is the state of a lot of modern women. I did another video on a woman who was talking about, you can either have a wet punani and a dry purse, and what she was talking about as well was women who pretend like they care about men so that they can try to leverage emotion or leverage resources for them by having a fake relationship where they really never care for the person as a human being, but they want to extract the money and lifestyle and resources from that person. And I say that, to use love as a weapon against people is demonic. I think it's like sacrilegious. I think that, if God is love, right? If love is the highest vibrational human emotion that we can experience, and because of that, it's one of the ones that we were meant to share between us as human beings, to turn that into a weapon, to have such a negative and bad faith assumption about dating, marriage, relationships, and life, that you have given up on the concept of a meaningful long-term relationship with anybody, and you just look at relationship itself as an opportunity to use people, then I think you are demonic. I really do. I think that is a demonic property of a person's spirit if they were to choose to pick up that characteristic. And women who justify it, I don't, I don't know. I guess I feel sorry for you to some degree. I feel more sorry for anybody you come in contact with, that dares to give a damn about you. I think it's really sad, but I think Western society is breeding women who think like this, who look for situations to justify this type of thinking, right? So you'll have women who date toxic men or abusive men because that's what they're into. They're into toxic relationships and toxic men. They're into bad boys. That's what they like. But then they use the experiences and the trauma they got from the relationships they chose to justify brutalizing, victimizing any man that they come in contact with. They lay all of that trauma at the feet of any man. You guys should take responsibility for what my baby daddy did to me, even though you didn't do anything, right, as an individual, but you're a man. So the fact that you're a man and he was a man means you need to take accountability. And it's this type of thinking here that has men where they're just leaving the country. A lot of you ladies don't realize that you've kind of won the argument on feminism and all the stuff that comes with it. You've won, but you have to ask yourself now, what did you win? Because I don't think that what you did was convince men to be feminists too, because you hate men, right? A lot of these women, they secretly hate men. They have a level of contempt for masculinity, for men themselves, right? Because they hate their fathers, or they were taught to hate men by their mothers, or they hate their ex-baby daddies or their ex-husbands because they chose poorly intentionally and then lay that at the feet of all men. Or some of them legitimately met bad guys and got screwed over, because some people do hide who they are. But that happens for both men and women. As you can see here, here's a woman right here who hides who she is so she can weaponize human emotion against any man who cares about her. So, you have a lot of women who are raised to think this way in this country. And that's why it's just safer for a lot of men to go elsewhere. I advocate for men to find women here in the U.S., but the more that I've been doing this channel on TikTok and YouTube and the interactions that I'm having with women, the more that it just makes sense for guys to avoid Western women, altogether. If you happen to run into a traditional one, fine. But, I think that it'd be a smarter use of resources and time to just try to get your shit together so that you can look for love outside of Western culture, because the women are sick. This woman is sick. This is demonic. So, what are you going to do with that? Why would any man use his life and use his time and resources to try to change the opinion or mindset of a woman like this? It makes absolutely no sense. So, there's a lot of ladies like this, and they're never going to tell you they are this way. So it's just better to leave them the hell alone, unfortunately, So, ladies, you won. What did you win? You didn't win a whole bunch of men who agree with you. You won a whole bunch of men who are leaving you the hell alone. That's what you got for your feminism. So, good luck with that, because guys are looking for either traditional women or they're leaving the country if they want long-term meaningful relationships, but they're not looking to change your mind about your worst case assumptions about men. So, there you go.